Hey there, folks, and welcome to the last episode of Borderlands 1, for the base game at least.
I don't know how you did it, but I can see everything again. You've surprised me this time. Listen, there is no time to waste. You must immediately reach the vault. Go, now.
Yeah, I will say when I started this, I didn't realize she was going to talk there, but yeah. So we're on to the last episode of Borderlands. When we last left off, we just helped out Tans get out of jail after being sided with Atlas, and we thought Atlas just dumped her at the end of the day, so now on to getting us to the vault as quick as we can, as Command still is currently trying to open the vault as we speak. So we got a bunch of Crimson Lance on the way, of course. So yeah, we had to go back and forth here because if I recall, there's not much fast travels between these final bits here, if I recall. So you have to take the long way about these things. Which, as we can see, there's like two badass defenders just waiting for us. Now you're probably noticing, hey, why is my turret electric? You're gonna need electric in the future here. I'll just say that much. This stuff is about to get crazy. I'll just say that much. I see my buddy punching the crap out of him. And we got a T-pose and infantry. We're just we're just thinking about back. Thinking about back. He's just not working, man. He's just working, man. In the car here, even though I'm just gonna say it's just around the corner. Yeah, I never really understand what's the point of the buggy if we're just gonna go around the freaking corner at the end of the day when it comes to this. Yeah, back to the Salt Flats. I mean, my only exception to that is that, yeah, we're going to the Salt Flats, because, yeah, you have to go to the Salt Flats and then come back around. But, yeah, remember that post, or that back door area we had to go through? That was the other way right there.
Remember to use the commerce grid. I'm sure there's something helpful for you there, partner.
But, yeah. So, yeah, we couldn't go that way because that was locked up beforehand, but now, since we dealt with the Crimson Lance there and opened the Echo communication station once again, bring in it's not EMP, but it's like, you know, out of commission basically.
Left. You must reach the vault by any means necessary.
We now have to go this way. Yeah, this is exactly where the vault location is at. As it turns out, this whole time, as thing goes. We got a Lance Defender, because yeah, this is basically like the last, well, I won't say last bit of Lance, because we got a lot, I'll just say that now. But this is like basically the big straight on down, basically, of Clash to say. But yeah, definitely using this SMG, because yeah, this is, I will say, I come to realize like SMGs still like do wonders for damage, like, and it's really due to their insane stability. If they didn't have this insane stability, it'd be a different case. But because they have this insane stability that goes with it. As a reminder, I don't think I have much for SMG upgrades. I have a lot of upgrades to the assault rifle. I'm gonna have to because Roland's all about that. Which can be good or bad, I will say, when it comes to that. On top of it. And the reason why I say that is because there's a case you want that weapon, and there's a case you don't want that weapon. And if the weapon pool is not that great or efficient enough, that character will be on the lower of the list at the end of the day. Like example, Gunzerker is easily the best character when it comes to Borderlands 2, but you see like other characters are lower, even though they have weapon specialty, while the Gunzerker doesn't have a weapon specialty. He has a generic specialty. Yet he's the best character when it comes to Borderlands 2, and that's because of this dual perk, I will say, because yeah, he does have a special perk that's not really mentioned, and that's because anything that you assign to the left applies to the right one. So if you have two that has double the critical hit bonuses, it can get really insane. I'll just say that. And especially if there's guns out there that boost the critical hit chance to like 400%. Firstly, stuff die. I'll say that much. But yeah, that's the crazy part about the Gunzerker, is that he has like those very special perks that makes him really freaking broken. Because I will say, the second highest is 0 because of this Boar strat, because Boar strat is insane sometimes. And then the third character in terms of best of Borderlands 2 is Maya, I believe. It's either Maya or Gage, because Gage is also... I'm just going to say they're kind of on par, I think, a little bit. They both have like some kind of bad part to them, a little bit. While Axton is probably the lowest one.
We will not get another opportunity like this in your lifetime.
Yeah, so now on to these final areas here, which you get to start seeing alien technology stuff too. Yeah, this is where the vault is at the whole time. So. Right, yeah. As you can see, you got alien structures falling all over the place and stuff like that because things are happening. Things are happening bad. We also got some special racks here called the trash feeders. I don't know what that's about, to be honest. And then we got Bask Guardian I want to fight immediately. Come after today. Which, as the saying goes, use electric or regular ballistic weapons. When it comes to dealing with these aliens at the end of the day. But yeah, submachine gun proficiency. Well, wait, yeah, it's not that crazy. Ooh, you get nice pistol there. Although I think it's a fear though. That's the problem about pistols when it comes to the first game. Pistols in the first game were not that good. Cause yeah, it's kind of funny because Mordecai's other specialty is technically somewhat pistols. I say somewhat because he's great for revolver pistol specifically because he gets 2-shot perk. And that's pretty crazy too. Or, and when I say crazy, I mean somewhat, because the problem is you have to deal with mag scarcity. Because as the saying goes, revolver mags, usually 6 shots. As the saying goes. There might be a special case you might come across like maybe a 20 mag, if I recall. But that's really about the nature that you get at the end of it. I will note, there is some special red chests in between these structures here when you fall down. The problem is, once you fall down, you can't technically go back up. But yeah, there is technically a lot of loot throughout these chutes, I will say. Because yeah, we'll be in more chutes, I will say, of just areas and stuff. And these chutes just have red chests displaying about very hiddenly. Which is very cool, I kind of like that structure a little bit. Yeah, now we're at the big old alien arena, I call it. So yeah, I gotta say, pretty cool area. I kind of wish this was like a battle arena or something in the future, but never came to be. This just feels like one. But then again, this also feels like an army kind of arena. Like you will fight a whole army down here or something, you know? Which has it. Well, I don't know if we're in the technology to have like an army versus a guy at the end of the day. But, you know, that would be very cool. The only thing I can think of is there's this pretty cool army military shooter in the future. Where you're dealing with, like, medieval armies and you're driving modern stuff like tanks just to take out the whole army at the end of the day. That might be a game in the future, I'll just say that much. Yeah, now take out the Sarah Guardians, because, yeah, there technically really isn't much to say. I have said kind of everything I had to say, except for the things that are about to happen once we get there. But for now, we basically have this long trip of going through a walkthrough area, the arena area, and then like a bunch of chutes. It's a bit of a long trip, I'll just say. So yeah, we're just witnessing Crimson Lance fighting against the aliens while at it. There's also, like I said, a bunch of loot just everywhere here every now and then. You'll see a chest and stuff, but basically this tells you how much chaos happens and stuff. So I've read that forest. Good God, that forest is red. Got Sarah Guardian. gone. Thing goes. I got a shotgun and a sniper rifle, which yeah, kind of basic. Cause yeah, like even if like during the final bits of this, you still only come across very basic loot. I will say I think True Vault in general increases that a bit, somewhat. I will say. I still feel like it's a bit of a grind to get the right size of gear or the right parts to gear at the end of. There's been like a legend to a certain pistol level for that. I believe it's called the Invader pistol or something like that. It's a very rare pistol that drops only to a certain raid boss that we might come across in the far future. When I say far future, probably till like True Vault for that, which makes me wonder if we should probably do True Vault when we get back to the post-game stuff. Sometimes I wonder about that. But you technically, I will say, technically have to do normal mode first for the DLC before you do True Vault, because there's like some things you have to get that you can't get from True Vault. Like example, there is a Claptrap upgrade, but we won't be seeing that for a long while. I'll just say that much. There's like another bonus Claptrap upgrade, and you won't get it until like a very far into the game, I'll just say. Now I will note, it's just one backpack upgrade, but and it's also technically a bonus backpack upgrade. The max regular backpack upgrades, I think it's just up to 42 as we got right now. Because I think we have done every Claptrap I think that's offered in the base game. There's just one Claptrap upgrade, and that is till the last DLC that we won't be doing for a long time, I'll just say. So yeah, that's basically wraps up for that area there. So now onto the Iridian Promontory. Promontory. But yeah, this is basically the final grounds to the boss, just before the boss. But yeah, there is gonna be a boss for sure. But yeah, we got basically all these aliens here, which oh boy. Got the Bass Guardian to deal with. Cause yeah, I will say it's definitely gonna be more aliens. There's gonna be some Crimson Lance here and there, but yeah, this is where they just throw everything at you. In a good way, I will say. It's actually pretty fun, for the most part. Oh, got skirmish with your class mod, but my buddy's not focusing on melee, he's focusing on being a tank. That is the Titan. This thing goes. Yep, so. And then we got Sarah Guardian. I'm trying to shoot him with the... Why? Why? I mean, why? I mean, I guess I could hit him with it. I think I hit him with it. Yeah, I think he got hit. Or no, there's no way he did. So I think it does at least more damage than the sniper, I thought. That was Sarah Guardian, and he's gone. Yeah, it's pretty bad that the SMG can just outright take out any aliens from afar. Yeah, the thing that the sniper was supposed to do. This thing goes. You got Arch Guardians, which yeah, Arch Guardians are grounded range users. They basically shoot lob bombs and other stuff at you. If you get close, they start smacking. That same goes from the last episode. I think I mentioned those guys before. But just to ensure. Got some engineers, a fast infantry. Oh, this is an infantry, not a fast engineer. It could have flipped. It could have flipped. Everything goes. Got all this dead debris and stuff everywhere. Just a bunch of Crimson Lance pods because I think they fired some Crimson Lance guys over here on top of it. They're going full throttle on top of this. I'll say this. They wanted to see what was in that vault. Very much. Principal Guardian. Because as the saying goes, all these vaults have a war that there's supposed to be this very valuable treasure in them at the end of and such. Which, you know, could be true or it could be something even worse. As the saying goes. Because a reminder that these vaults were made by the aliens too on top of it. That is the Iridians, in other words. Because these Iridians, as you can see, they're guardians. And what do they guard? They guard the vault. And why were they guarding it? Probably because of reasons. Would the treasure be one of them on that list? Okay, here we go, dealing with the Lance Engineers and the Bombers. Yeah, he's going crazy with that bomb. Trying to get the Sarah from far, because Sarah are the more the pain butts to deal with than the Bomber. And that's messed up to say, because you could think the Bomber would be more of a threat. But no, I consider the little guy more of a threat. My buddy's dealing with the best Guardian for a good second there. You can deal with it. I think goes. I have confidence. I deal with this Arch Guardian, because yeah, he just... Oh yeah, they shoot beam swords too. That is like one of the biggest things I do like when it comes to RPGs is beam sword stuff, but yeah, we'll be seeing that eventually of one particular game that's known for that. You got the Lance Defender. You got Arch Guardian, which oh god. Yeah, they're just shooting everything, good god. Then again, like I said, the real threats aren't really the melee ones. They do hit like a truck though. The real threats are the pain in the butts that are the flying ones as the Sarah Guardian and the Arch Guardian. Of course, I'm focusing on the Arch Guardian when it's shooting the little guy. Yeah, he's targeting us like big time. And there we go. There was the Sarah gun. Well, one of them. There's the second one on the left. I just saw there. Oh, he's up ahead there. Oh no, there's two of them. Good god, there's two, even more. Alright, that one gone. Now just this one. Ain't gone. Like I said, if you have an electric gun, those guys are really quick work because they are a lot more fragile than the big ones. Yeah, I'm not surprised because then the big ones are usually either a bass or it's a regular one. You got the Principality, or not Principality. Well, I guess that's technically the attention what it could have been called, but Principal Guardian. Yeah, Principal is basically the basic melee one. So the bass one. I deal with the Arch Guardian. So with that. I think it's infantry. Yeah, you just dropped the assault rifle. Dude, you dropped the gun. You dropped more of his gun, good god. More than his gun, good god. A grenade and a assault rifle. Oh, Principal Guardian over there. There, Principal Guardian. Good lord, it just don't die. There we go. Oh yeah, and level up too. Because yeah, as the saying goes, when you deal with these guys, they give you a lot of XP. Like if there's a area 2 also grind, technically here too. But you just need a shock weapon though in order to get that level up at the end there. Because as the saying goes, I think the max cap of level on this one, I believe, well, it's either 69 or 72 if I recall. Because yeah, they did the job. Let's say what the max cap is. Sarah Guardian here. Yeah, Arch Guardian here. Yeah, big old nice red chest here. Cause yeah, there's a bunch of chests along the way. Basic stuff. I'll put this last skill point in for now, which is either the... Which, yeah, that revive one, but the grit is okay too. Well, I say somewhat okay, because I have heard that the grit is also not that great either. Because, yeah, they didn't really change much what should have been changed on that one. Because it feels like it should have a bit more uppage on things. Yeah, there's one thing I will mention in the remaster compared to the regular one. I don't think any of the skills got reworked at all very much. There might have been like a few, but not much at all. Because like I said, this is just straight up just a port of the regular one into today's modern consoles, I would say. You know, PC in general. So that. I got Lance Infantry. Time to die, buddy. Oop, thing's coming at me. Yeah. Oh, that's a assault rifle. I think it's just a tip. I know it's a bit better. Oh yeah, that mag. Oh my god, 97. Is that better? Oh, look at that. I think it is. Yeah, I've been technically using that one, so nobody can have that one in return. Because as the saying goes, I feel like this is a bit of a rule. If your buddy's signature weapon is this, you might as well give him that gun, because he'll basically have the better use than what you will ever present in return. Even if skill-wise I could technically be better, I still think he would be better off with that gun instead of me having it at the end of it. That's why sometimes I just let him have it at the end of it. I just think it's just better. Am I technically just, again, weak source in that case? Yeah, but oh well. That's what it is. That's the thing I find when it comes to the whole looting mechanic part. Well, back then. I will say 3, don't have to deal with that crap at all. But back then, though, you have to figure out, like, is your buddy better about this gun than you at the end of the day? Like, shotguns, I usually let him have the shotguns. Because shotguns in this one are very debatable if they're good or not. I try to find a middle ground to them, but there just hasn't been one to me. I think if I find a very good purple one, maybe. For the most part, I just haven't ever found a crazy one for the most part. Yeah, we're getting ever closer to the end point here, because yeah, this trip is long. It's a very long trip on the way there. There's rocket launcher. Of course we get a rocket launcher at the near close of it. Yeah, we are like 2/3 in right now. So yeah, we're on the final branch here. If we deal with another Arch Guardian. Look at it, with 97 bullets in this gun, good god. And got a bunch more Guardians, so goodbye. Got the ammo, which is the next checkpoint, which we should be at the near end here. See, I believe this is the big on the way up here. And Principal Guardian again. I'm kind of surprised they ain't called it Principality, because that's like Principality Gundam kind of name. I would think, but no, they picked just Principal. Ooh, hello, badass. Oh god. Hello, dang guy can slice my shield like it's cheese. Be good. Goodbye. But damn, another crazy assault rifle would be good. However, yeah, it's a TDR thing again. Fire rate's pretty crazy though. I think yeah, that's one of those crazy reload ones. Cause yeah, that's the one I was kind of referring to. It's like ones like that. That is technically a good assault rifle, but the damage wise is just not that great. But if you can get one that has like basic, because you can come across one that's like 18 mag, high damage, and everything else, you have a pretty crazy TDR on your hands. Like this. Oh, another Principal. So many Principals. He believes in us. We can do this. I guess. I just saw a purple weapon. Let's see that. Your Guardian. Oh, I think I'm just walking along the way. Well, hopefully that purple weapon wasn't good. Yeah, there's probably been... Because I think I just saw another one right there when he died. Yeah, I think the Iridians have a higher chance of dropping purples. There's the infantries. Yeah, straight to just infantry. Where's the big boys at? I mean, this is the final grounds before we go into the boss area here. Oh, yeah, there we go. I mean, not the craziest, but something. Oops, there are guardians. Yeah, fly boys. But yeah, speaking of fly boys, this comes back for 2's case, because there's like 2 big things I know that's pretty bad in 2. Freaking surveyor drones and freaking super badass loaders. You'll see more of that when we get there. I'll just point out the name because it's gonna be a while till we can get there. Probably till like next year, I would say. Because eventually we're gonna be doing the DLC, like, because I'm basically gonna do a game and then hop back, do another game, hop back. Cause I still got Spyro 2. I gotta get back to 2 on top of it. But I need to get to this game, I will say in advance, because I just realized, like, wait, yeah, you know, I should probably deal with this one real quick. It doesn't take that long either. Good part.
Wasn't expecting that.
And, you know, strangely a more satisfying one over the previous one. I'll just say. It's kind of weird. It's like strangely more satisfying, but also strangely also very tense in some cases. We'll get to that game when we deal with the final moments. But here we go with the final moments here at Devote. Devote. Yeah. Zingers.
You have failed to listen to Commandant Steele. I've warned you time and again, yet you persist on ignoring my orders.
Hopefully this color
The
to me.
contents
Yep.
of the vault are rightfully the property of the Atlas Corporation. But you, you belong to me. Yes, the key works. Sergeant, get your team ready to go inside.
And she's dead. And thus, we are dealing with the thing that is in the vault this whole time. Meet the Destroyer.
Don't give up. This creature may be
Which,
immortal in its
I'm just gonna say, if you really want a very dramatic fight, I hope you really weren't here for a dramatic fight, because Destroyer is just a bullet sponge pushover at the end of it. If anything to watch out for is when it shoots its freaking eye beams. That's really it. That's kind of like all it has. And the best part, apparently this is the most effort when it came to the remake, because this boss fight is also overhauled, to say. But basically, you just have to by majority shoot the eye, and sometimes shoot the tendrils that spawn every now and then, the glowing tendrils that happen, because that's where the sweet spots are at. But to say the Destroyer is basically just a bullet sponge at the end of the day, and you shoot some racks that spawns, which I say racks loosely because they weren't even there for original fight. Original fight was just this. It was just this thing. But to say they had to tweak this boss because this boss was just very static. It didn't really do much besides the eye beam to begin with. And it was just literally a bullet sponge, so it still keeps to his name about that. Otherwise, it really doesn't really do much else besides being a static joke at the end of the day. And still kind of is. I mean, did you kind of just completely overhaul to make it move around stuff? Technically, no, because as you can see, it's kind of just a ground creature. It doesn't really move the stuff. I say move loosely because here's the fun fact about this. This thing comes back in Borderlands 3 if you want to know. And it's very weird on how. And the best part is, I'm not sure it even called the destroyer or not. It's the worst part. But yeah. Yeah, I just spoiled something for 3 probably, but I don't really give a shit because 3 sucks. But yeah, basically he just has a pinch left at this point, but just put the nail in the coffin at the right. Shoot the last bit of his tendril, and he dead. Amen to that, Brick.
You opened the vault! I'm sorry I couldn't warn you about what was in it. But for you to be there to stop it, it couldn't have unfolded any other way. You did well, and your actions haven't gone unrewarded. The key won't open the vault for another 200 years, but I'm sure Tanis will pay you quite the fortune for it. Now go. I'll be watching.
Ooh, but check me out. Oh, come on, get down.
What trap? It's a fire-throwing ninja assassin! Now, I would lovely show you the credits of Borderlands and, you know, talk about the wonders of the game and stuff. But sadly, here comes the disappointing part. It won't let you see the credits. And it won't let you see the credits is because of the copyright music. So, if that little copyright jingle still hits me, that is really dumb, Gearbox. That is really freaking dumb. At that rate. But yeah, they blocked the cutscene just for the credits. Just to say. So yeah, we basically got some red treasure chests here and stuff, which I will say not gonna be seeing those loot till like a later on when we do not even live in Z and stuff. Cause yeah, we are gonna be doing the DLCs, I will say, and that such. Oh yeah, we also got a special reading gun, the Mercurial Blaster. That is a alien assault rifle, basically.
It's like Christmas.
So I guess you just want an alien assault rifle. There you go. Is it by default it's electric? I can't remember on that. But yeah, I will say, here's the other thing that's very special about the remaster to the regular. Not only that gearbox weapon is new, but all these red loot boxes here are also new on top of it. This was not here during the original, so that is the big bonus we do get out of doing this. Compared to the original. The original, there was no red loot boxes. You were just shit out of luck. So I hope you had all the red loot boxes on the way here because it didn't really mean much. And that buckshot assault rifle is the one special assault rifle that is for this. There's also other gearbox weapons you can get from the destroyer too on top of it. Because yeah, you can revisit the destroyer anytime and think you can get loot, or it might be one time. So something to know on that. But yeah, overall that's basically it for Borderlands. We just have to turn around and turn the vault key at the end of the day and just call it at the end of the day. But in terms of if I had to review this game and stuff, because yeah, I would love to talk about this in the credits, but I can't. So I'm going to have to talk about it during the long walk to the end we go, as the thing goes. As we get to the end, basically. Because yeah, we have to go all the way back and turn the stupid vault key back to Tanis at the end of the day. And let Tanis guard that for the rest for life till 2, probably. But yeah, overall, Borderlands 1, I would say a 7 out of 10. It's a good game, but it's not. It still has its merits of just being a butt at the end of it, considering, you know, it would be really nice taking this fast travel and put it in Tanis' camp area. I'm just saying that now. That should have been the one change right there. Like, some of these fast travels should have been moved around and such, and that's my biggest problem when it comes to this game a bit. That way you get to save a trip. Like, if you couldn't change out the missions at all, you could at least change out where the areas could be when it comes to these fast travels and stuff, you know? Instead of, you know, having it at the same spot they were originally intended. I would save a damn trip. And considering there's still Spire Ant workers here, if anything, she should be at New Haven at this point, not here. But she is. Because just to say, she later becomes technically the doctor for 2 and onwards, I believe. Literally. And stuff. So yeah, it's just kind of weird at the end of the day. So yeah, basically overall I would give Borderlands basically a 7 out of 10. It's kind of still a good game for Resident, which it was. Definitely has aged compared to the likes of 2 especially. But overall still a blast to play for a classic RPG of the time. Until basically when 2 showed up and 2 just basically stepped all over it. Like, 2 is a massive glow up to what 1 has here. My only problem about 2 is Ultimate Vault Hunter mode. Because at least this game, you don't have to single out weapons, which that's the great part, and that's why I still give it a 7 to this day, is because by balance, the weapons are still pretty good. They're not like ridiculously broken for the most part. Unless you know a certain build to know the certain build and stuff, or in other words, just go look up YouTube and stuff. And I still kind of get a blast out of playing this. I will note, it does technically suck watching this at the end of the day, because I come to realize how much of a drop this game is when trying to talk of things to say. You really have to go out of the box when it comes to trying to say stuff. And that's my biggest problem, too, overall. I will say, as a single player experience, I get the feeling this game kind of just sucks, because it's kind of like, I would say either 5 or 6 at that rate. If you're playing this game solo, it's not going to be that as much enjoyable. You really need friends to get that boost, that, you know, friendship boost, you know? friendship, as the thing goes. You really need that kind of boost and stuff. But yeah, overall, that's basically it for the base game. There's no post-game stuff either on top of it. They did not invent post-game stuff till 2 and onwards. And I say post-game stuff loosely because that post-game is just a raid boss. But we got all this DLC we're going to have to go into. But for now, we need to take a trip back in time to a certain game that I started on this channel way back before the whole gallbladder incident and stuff like that. It's time we go back to Twisted Metal, and specifically Twisted Metal 1. So I'll see you guys next time. I hope you guys enjoyed what you watched here at Borderlands, and until then, I'll see you guys then for Twisted Metal. So take care, folks.